everyone. Good evening. It's your girl, Kat, here for another edition of Elegant Saturdays here at the beautiful AC Hotel, Tampa Bay. And I'm sitting here with a true football legend, Mr. Dwight Smith, Super Bowl champion,
Okay.
2024 Akron induction. Is that right? Did I say it correctly?
Yes, you
Okay,
said
all
that
right.
correct.
Perfect. So how are you doing tonight?
Way better than I deserve.
Way better than you deserve?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we blessed and highly favored.
Yes.
So let's talk about Super Bowl 37. What was that moment like for you?
Okay, hold on. Let me see. We got to go back so far. So, no. I was a 24-year-old kid from Detroit. I had lost my mom the year before. I had custody of my brothers, you know what I mean, who were, at the time, I want to say they were 9 and 10. And all I wanted to do was basically always be the best for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Show them what is humanly possible, what you can do as a human being walking this earth. So anytime I had a chance to try to, be that guy to show them what's possible, that's what I did.
Right. Okay. So you pretty much you've been, I want to say, a mentor and influencer majority of your career.
And it's crazy now because I talk to my kids about the word influencer,
Yes.
right? When we were growing up, all we heard was bad influence. It was
Right.
never someone who influenced you as in a good way.
Right.
And it's, it's great that it's now been kind of associated with the good influences in your life and people who can influence you to do good things and be better. And I mean, to whom a lot is given, a lot is expected.
Mm-hmm.
So the ability that I was given, the greatness that I was given, it was always, for me, expected for me to always try to inspire the generation behind me, regardless if it's my little brothers who I had custody of or if it's just kids that I meet and talk to at camps or go to schools or the juvenile centers and talk. I just want kids to understand that it's not some type of special formula to make it. You know what I mean? We are all the same. It only takes a little hard work and for you to basically find what you are good at and just go after it.
Right. And I do a lot of these interviews, and sometimes I feel redundant when I'm always asking, like, what can you tell the next kid? But I feel like it's important for them to continue to hear it over and over. Like, you have your special gift. That's because somebody else has done it. You can still keep going.
If we pay attention, as kids, we were, in my household, we always had to go to church. Mm-hmm. And the Bible is still the same Bible. Right. So they can't make new story. Right. So they're still telling you the same things over and over. But the key is the more you hear it, the more you understand it.
Right.
So regardless if it feels redundant to you, because you continue to, you're on the end of hosting and asking the questions.
Right.
But the people hearing it need to hear it. You know what I mean? Because it's coming from different sources.
Right.
It's coming from people who have different stories, different backgrounds. And somebody else's story might resonate to somebody, and my story might resonate to somebody.
Right.
So the stories need to be told as many times as they need, regardless of how redundant that they become.
Of course, absolutely, I agree. I definitely agree. So we are also here to honor a recently accomplishment that you've just been awarded.
Okay.
Okay, so
being that I was the only All-American to ever go to the University of Akron.
Okay.
So, to this day, I'm the only All-American football player to ever play at the University of Akron.
That's awesome.
So, 2 weeks ago, they put me into their Hall of Fame. They made me get my degree first, which I got my degree in December.
Okay,
So they
congratulations. That's good.
So that's part of their criteria to be put into the Hall of Fame. But, I mean, I have a 10, 7, and 5-year-old now, and it was something that they can see, when you start something, you finish it.
Absolutely.
And being that I'm something that's never happened at the school before, I believe my kids need to see that, being appreciated, being celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at my Hall of Fame speech, I told them God has always guided me. I can't take credit for nothing that's happened in my life.
Right.
When I went to the University of Akron, I never even heard of the school before. I wanted to go to Michigan. I'm from Detroit. I wanted to go to the University of Michigan. So that's where That's what we talk about growing up. That's what we watch on TV. So that's where I wanted to go. But God had other plans for me. Like he wanted me to be the only All-American to go to the University of Akron.
Right.
And after my senior year, where I had 10 interceptions, I wanted to be a first-round draft pick. But I ended up a third-round draft pick coming to the Bucs. And he sent me here so that I could be the only player in NFL history to have 2 pick sixes in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, you know, I just do and go wherever God sends me and let the chips fall where they're at.
That's good. I love that. It's an inspiring story, and I just like to see us win. You know, it's great, and that's good that your kids and your brothers, hopefully, you know, they're taking everything that you've gone through, and
that's all we can do is, you know, you hope that, you know, your life shines and, you know, shows the generations behind you that it's a way to make it. But we always know that that's not the truth,
right.
You know, so all I can do is continue to pray and continue to instill every day
right.
that every decision you make is what you have to answer for at the end of the day.
I agree. All right, so we are at a Skratch Cartel event. It's a musical event. So
Yes.
Can you share what's on your playlist? If we was to go on your, what you have, Apple, you have iPhone, Android?
I have both.
Okay, so we was going on Apple Music, because I don't know what Android have. But if we was to go on Apple Music,
They're gonna be a problem because the only thing I listen to is Jay-Z.
Okay.
And then I'm more of just a Pandora guy, and I don't have no commercials, so I'm one of those people. But it's on Jay-Z radio most of the time.
Okay.
I heard Reasonable Doubt in '96, and
that was it.
I've been a Jay-Z guy ever since.
Okay.
So a lot of people who make music, they're not like really speaking to where I'm at in life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't knock any music. I don't get into, you know, a lot of times music resonates with people.
Of course.
Who's going through the same things that the music is talking about.
Right.
So I've kind of grown with Jay-Z. So my life is kind of, I won't say mirrored because I'm nowhere near $1 billion. But, you know, the successes I've had and things have allowed me to grow and not still think about coming from Detroit. And, you know, I had 2 crackhead parents. So I don't want to think about those days. I want to think about where I've come. And so that's the music I like listening to in this time.
Okay. Yeah, music is very powerful, so I can't relate to that. I'm a dancer, so
I can't wait to see you dance.
I can teach you an Afrobeat dance.
Nope, not sitting down. We're not gonna say shit.
Well, coming from Detroit to Tampa, you've gotten to see 2 different cities, 2 different communities. Do you have any words of inspiration for our young generation that's up and coming? Or
well, I'll say that being from Detroit and being here over 24 years now, I've seen people come and do great things from both places. So it doesn't matter where you come from, what your circumstances is. It all matters in what you believe and what you want to attain. So always believe in yourself. Always keep people around you who lift you up. And just don't listen to the naysayers.
Right. Okay. Well, it was definitely a pleasure sitting here and talking to you.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate the invite.
I hope whoever is watching, you guys are just as inspired as I am. But it's time for us to go get our dance on.
Yeah, I want to see this.
All right, later.